Cha Igbo ekene m unu biko na tata na anyị bụrụ ozi wee batakwa wee na-asị na ihe na-eme n'ụga ka anyị jikwa wee bata n'ụbọchị nke tata wee na-ekenekwa nwaada Efficient Grace ka o si ewetakwa the update regarding ihe na-eme n'ụga na ndị Ekwulọbịa. Biko achọrọ m ka unu soro m na na-ekene vidiyo maka na ndị Ekwulọbịa ka a na-eche ndị ụga emechaa na asọm emechaa na ha si ha mee according to this video. I wee na-echezi ndị Ekwulọbịa ka ha mee 1 or 2 mana ndị ụgakwana ndị na-akwebeghị eme nke ha mee onye ọbụla ka jikwa aka police station okwu ka dịka na case ha ekwesịghị ka amara ebe a na-anọ maka na you can't forge ahead without iwepụtakwana ndị okwu na police station. Isada na unu pursue where the matter unu na-asị na unu achọzi anyị wepụta nye bụ okwu na police station ọgwụkwanụ ka anyị enyi ụzụ enye onye ọbụla ezuo ike ọgwụkwanụ ndị anyị atụ mkpọrọ atụ ha mkpọrọ ọkwara nke ezinụlọ ya apụtazi esetụla within themselves ha jee esetụla community esetụla ụga na Ekwulọbịa bụkwanụ nwanne. Biko nụ lele na video the update na-abịa from ụga regarding ọnwụ Ọgọchukwu nke eme na obodo a na-akpọ ụga n'ime Anambra steeti. Anekene video.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, lovers of Efficient Grace for the Hopeless Foundation. I want to give us update on Mrs. Azuka's case that we have been handling. It's been a roller coaster since we visited Ekwulọbịa, and I have a lot to say. Irrespective of me not being too strong, I'm a bit under weather, but I must have to give this update so that Kaimalo Bobble. After we visited Ekwulọbịa, we told the Ekwulọbịa people that the person that enhanced and instructed that they should shoot gun against Mrs. Azuka was somebody from Ekwulọbịa in her kindred. So Oga people took it, said it, and it brought chaos among the Ekwulọbịa people. So after which they said they will call us in 3 days' time, when they must have sorted it out among themselves. But that 3 days' time is over 1 month, almost 2 months, and Oga people have not heard from Ekwulọbịa people. Oga people have not heard from Ekwulọbịa people. And from my observation, when we went to Ekwulọbịa, we found out that I feel some people were disappointed on the committee that Oga people set up to look into the matter, because it seems it's no longer business as usual. So some people who have been tormenting this woman, makanas no no. You understand? No mamadu na. If something is happening, they kill somebody or they did this or they did. If somebody from your family, if somebody from the inner caucus have not sold you out, at times nothing will happen to you. I'm also a living witness to certain things like that. So this woman now, in fact, the Ekwulọbịa king also was calling from US where he based, to ask what is keeping this case. What is keeping this case? But in everything, in all said and done, Oga people are still waiting to hear from Ekwulọbịa people. Oga people have, from my findings so far, Oga people have, the committee has already set panels, that will see to the settlement of this matter. Both Ikbo is cleansing. There are some things that when it happens in a town, it becomes an abomination, an abominable act. So if it is done, for it to be reversed, you need to cleanse the land. So Oga people have already gone very far to tell who and who and who. You Iga Boaro, you Imam Boaro. Sorry, NEPA has already taken our light. Onwego ndị a gwara ndị uga akwadochago nke ha wee gwa ndị ga-akpụ arụ gị nwee ya akpụ arụ gị nwee ma mkpụ arụ gị nwee ị ga-eme nka, but they're waiting for Ekwulobia people to call maka na ya bụ case abụrụ something you just treat anyhow ka ọ ghara ịwa n'afa. So even as Oga people are being careful, Ekwulobia people are also being careful. So the issue now is that we don't know what is keeping Ekwulobia from calling Oga people to tell them, oh yeah, onye nke anụnwa n'obedotu abụ onye bai, onye Ekwulobia, oya nwa ga-eme nka, onye nka, oya nwa ga-eme nka. So that's what I want to, tell us again, because as ojebe ejebe ọkala eze, onaba anaba ọkara eze. I assured everyone that follows me that if for this case, we will see to the end. Irrespective of the battles I'm facing, both the physical and the spiritual battle, I cannot, because I didn't call myself. God called me and I answered that calling. And I've been in, close contact with her all this while. You remember we gave her phone and new SIM card that we use in communicating her. And Okurora is still with her phone and her keys. She's still been locked out of her house. It's getting to how many months now? A woman left her. A woman was driven out of her home without anything. The Anglican Church in Ekwulobia are the people that bought the clothes that she's wearing presently. And such sudden movement without a dime, the money we even raised on this platform wasn't all that much. We raised at most, it was about I don't even know if it was up to 50,000, and that's how she has been surviving. The last time I went to see her, I saw what they were, eating, and I was, it melted my heart. But as well, then on this note, I expect that Oga people should call Ekwulobia to ask them what is keeping them. Because that an insider is involved in the evil that happened to Mrs. Azuka. It's not a yardstick or an avenue why the case should just die like that. No. I believe in this one should respect itself. I beg, don't blow here. I believe in justice and equity in everything. And if we must stand for truth, it starts with, even if it's my brother doing it, let him face the law. Even if it's my sister doing it, let him or her face the law. I am of the know that Ekwulobia people say they will summon the person we named. And I should believe, even when we name the person and all of that, they should as well, if they don't even know, they should call the woman. She saw them. She know the people, the person that came and said, as in, to shoot Mponani, that is gunshots, when you're ostracizing or banishing somebody, means that you have mourned that person alive. It means you have mourned that person alive. I am teaching this so that people will know the level of impunity, atrocity, evil, demonic orchestration that was done on this woman. Not just that she was stripped, she was all the economic trees in her house was cut. Not just that she was manhandled, given the corpse of her daughter and all of that, but she was as well mourned alive. If they don't do the necessary thing, let me tell you the implications. If they don't do the necessary things to bring her back and she step her leg into Oga Land, she would die. That is the implication of ịchụpụ mmadụ gbapụrụ ya mkpọ n'ala. So if they don't bring her back, as in no area, as in bring her back, no area, like we went with palm wine that day. We went with palm wine and all of that, and they presented cola like we are coming to marry a new bride. These are processes that need to be taken. If we don't do all those things, you understand, at least the town have used their mouth to say, Oga people who have accepted that there will be peace, but please don't come with palm wine again. We have already accepted the palm wine people brought, but please don't come with palm wine. This one is settled. It is settled. Now we're at the level of, we need to know, where are who and who are supposed to do cleansing for the woman and the land. Because the cleansing now is not just Oga, but is now both Oga and Ekulobia. Because only see Ekulobia, they are involved. Now that's evil. So, if Oga people only do that, and they just die, and the person involved in Ekulobia don't get involved, it can still backfire. So that's why they are taking their time to see that everything is done accordingly. But Oga people, I expect them to ask Ekulobia, what is keeping you people? What is keeping this the call you said you place to us? Or you just told us you place a call to us? Is it just to die the matter? Remember, the Zone 13 said that they're giving them 2 weeks to go and reconcile. That 2 weeks has elapsed. I am also expecting the IPO from Zone 13 to call back his case file. I am expecting the IPO from Zone 13 to call back the case file and rearrest whoever that needs to be arrested. Since they're not making any way to, do the needful, rearrest whoever that needs to be arrested. This case is not going to be swept under carpet. I will tell the world until the needful is done. Asịrị na onye dị naive maọbụ onye di anwụrụ sujidi agwu. You see how I'm just under the weather, but I am here to give you people this update. I am using this opportunity to call out Ekulobia people, to call out Oga people, to call out Zone 13. They should please do the needful. They should please, as a matter of urgency, do the needful. I heard Nonso saying that the mother called him and he was begging. I heard somebody saying that Nonso told him that the mother called him and was begging to come back to the land. I say, is that guy foolish? With which number? This number, why I buy? You hold your mama number. I have your call, but I'm after doing the right thing and doing the needful. And I am using this medium to call out all those people that do impunity, all those people that commit atrocity. It doesn't pay. It does not pay at all. Let's stop things that, that bring bad names to us. These days, a lot of youths have started doing abominations, worshipping idol, traditionalists, and Omenala. These are all different things. It is not an avenue to occultism. It's not an avenue to rituals. It don't have an avenue to all these ungodly things that this generation have gotten themselves into. After this call, I'm going to call Oga and I will call Ekulobia to know what is keeping them. Or is it that now the person ziri ka agba dị mkpọ naanị? Maybe is somebody that they don't know how to put mouth in his case. I want to beg us. Injustice is something that if it starts to spread, it affects generation yet unborn. May it not happen in our very eye. I pray that justice will reign in the case of Mrs. Azuka. I am posting this through Efficient Grace for the Hopeless Foundation. Please feel free to share it. Most people want updates, but they don't share the post. It will do us well if you share it. Please, just help me share the post.
Na-enecha anya vidio asị m ọsọ onye bụ bido onye bụ na mma biko nọ na-esi na-enecha vidio anyela ya aka na subscribe kwa na this channel na-abụkwa notification gị ị na-adọrọpụ commenting na comment section like na this post biko na-enyela ya aka ka na bụ vidio wee na-agakwa viral nke ukwuu. Ekene n'Igbo niile, ekene ihe na-emere Igbo ihe anyị enwere mgbe ọzọ.